Okay, good morning my dear students. Hope you are remembering what we discussed in last class. Last class we discussed about nutrients. Okay, are you remembering? So first we are going through that. The nutrients are the essential components of food that are needed for growth and maintenance of our body, that is called nutrients. Nutrients are some essential materials. What are the different kinds of nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals are called the nutrients. And the food also should contain dietary fibers and water. So together these are the essential components of food. In here from this carbohydrates, proteins and fats are called the macronutrients, and vitamins, minerals are called the micronutrients. Why it is called the micronutrients? Because it is needed in large amount, and vitamins and minerals needed in small amount of body. So that is called the macronutrients, another is called the micronutrients. Hope you are remembering these all things. Okay. Then we discussed about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are called the energy giving foods. And two types of carbohydrates are sugar and fat. Okay, sugar, the food which are containing sugar are sugar cane, milk, fruits and vegetables, etc. And the starch containing foods are grains, peas, potato and corn, etc. etc. Okay. Then we discussed about test for carbohydrates. In that you should remember only the solution, the iodine solution. Okay. Just take a small quantity of food item, then add some iodine solution. Then what we can see, if the food item contains carbohydrates, it will change to blue-black color. This blue-black color indicates the presence of carbohydrates in the food. Okay. Then after that we discussed about the fats. Fats also energy-giving foods, and it contains more amount of energy than the carbohydrates. But we can't take the fat more, or we can't include fats more in our food. Why it is so? Because it gets some healthy problems if you are having more items of fat. Okay, so it can be very harmful for us to eat too much of fat-rich food, because it may lead obesity. Obesity means what? Overweight, or a disorder involving excessive body fat that increase the risk of health problems. That is called the obesity. In Malayalam we will say ponnathadi or amitavannam. Okay. So if we are taking too much fat in our body, if we are including too much fat contains food in our diet, it will lead to obesity. Okay. Then we discussed about the test for fats. That is easy test you can do in your home. Take a small quantity of food item and wrap it in a paper and allow the paper to dry. Crush it in the paper and you can see oily patch on the paper that shows the presence of oil. Okay, that also we discussed. Hope you are remembering these all things. So together energy giving food are carbohydrates and fats, and the carbohydrates containing food, fat containing food that you have to remember. Okay. Then we discussed about proteins. The proteins also a macronutrient. Then what is the function of proteins? It is called a body building food. It is an essential nutrient and it is needed for growth and repair of the body. The carbohydrates and fats are energy giving food. This proteins are called the body building food. It needed for repair and growth of the body. And the food item which contains proteins are fish, milk, egg, meat, oyster, soya bean, almond, etc. etc. Protein contains food. You have to remember any 2 or 3 examples for each. Okay, proteins: fish, milk, egg, soya bean, oyster, meat, etc. etc. Okay, so proteins needed for growth and repair of the body, and it is important for muscles, bones, skin, cartilage, blood, etc. Food items are milk, egg, seafood, beans, etc. and it is also important for the enzymes and the hormones, that is proteins. Okay, this much we discussed about in the last class. Now test for protein. How we can test the presence of protein? Here you have to remember two solutions, that is copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution for the test for protein. Okay, for the test for carbohydrate we use iodine solution. Test for protein we need copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution. Okay, so take some small quantity of food item and prepare a paste and make it a solution. Okay, so you have to make a solution of the food, and we have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda solution. Then what we can change? What we can see? A violet color indicates the presence of protein. If the food items contains protein, it turns to violet color. That violet color indicates the presence of protein in the food. Okay. So now we discussed about the macronutrients. Now we are going to micronutrients. Why it is called the micronutrients? Because it needed in small amount of body. That is why it is called the micronutrients. What are the micronutrients? Which are they? Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Okay. So for now we are going to discuss about one of the micronutrients, that is vitamins. That is needed for growth and development of the body. So vitamins our body needs, there are 13 vitamins. Okay. So we can't say a common function for this vitamin because each vitamin have its own function. Okay. Total our body needs 13 vitamins. Okay. Some of the vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin B complex, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Why it is called vitamin B complex? Because it is included so many vitamins like vitamin B1, B2, B5, B6, like etc. Okay, so it is called B complex. So vitamins are vitamin A, B complex, C, D, E and K. Okay, so each vitamin have its own function. So we can't say together the function of vitamins. So we can say that it needed for growth and development. Okay, so here you can see some vitamins. This vitamin PP also called the B3. Okay, A, B1, B2, B5, B6, B9, B17, B12 are there. Then C, D, E, K and P for B3. These are the vitamins. Okay, total 13 vitamins are needed for our body. Okay. Though, see, the various kinds of food contains different kinds of vitamins, and there are two types of vitamins, that is water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamin. Why some vitamins are soluble or can dissolve in water, so it is called water soluble vitamins. But some vitamins only dissolve only in fat, so these are called fat soluble vitamins. And also when we are washing the vegetables after cutting, some of the vitamins will lose because some of the vitamins are water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and C that will dissolve in water. So if we are washing the vegetables after cutting, we will lose that vitamins. So you have to wash first vegetables, then you have to cut the vegetables in order to keep the vitamins. Also, some vitamins will lose while cooking. So cooking results in the loss of some nutrients. Example, vitamin C. So what we can do to avoid that? So we have to include some raw vegetables and fruits in our daily bread. So we'll get enough vitamin C. Okay, and some other factors, skins of some many vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals. So some fruits and vegetables, the skin of that vegetables and fruits contain more vitamins and minerals. So we have to add the skins of the vegetables and fruits. For example, guava, apple, the grapes, or mango, that and all. So the skins also contain more vitamins and minerals. So you have to add that also in your food. And one more thing, that is, many useful vitamins and minerals are lost if excess water is used during cooking and is then thrown away, like rice. For preparing rice, we are using excess water and after that we drain it. So in order to avoid that, you have to add little amount of water by cooking, or you have to add that water also in your food. Okay, so these are about vitamins. Some vitamins are water soluble vitamin, some are fat soluble vitamin. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and C, and fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. Okay. And other fact is, some vitamins will lose while cooking. So you have to include raw vegetables and fruits in your food. Okay. These are about vitamins. Some are water soluble, some are fat soluble, and some vitamins and minerals are present in the skin of the vegetables and fruits, and some vitamins will lose while cooking, and some vitamins will lose while we are draining the excess water from the cooked food. Okay. Then we are going to see some important vitamins. First vitamin is vitamin A. This vitamin A is important for our eye. For in order to have a healthy eye, you should include more items of food containing vitamin A. Okay, vitamin A, it is important for eyes. Okay, so vitamin A contains foods are egg, carrots, dairy products, fish, papaya, broccoli, etc. Okay, vitamin A, it is important for eyes, and food items are A, carrots, dairy products, fish, papaya, broccoli, etc. This food contains vitamin A, and this is important for our eyes. Okay. Then we are going to vitamin B. I told you vitamin B complex. So there are so many vitamins in the under family vitamin B, and each vitamin have its own function, and different food items have different vitamin B complexes. Here, for example, I consider vitamin B7. Vitamin B7 rich foods are tomato, carrot, almonds, onions, lettuce, eggs, cauliflower, sweet potato, walnuts, fish, etc., etc. Okay, so different vitamins contains different food items. Also, different vitamins have different functions. And this vitamin B, together we can say it is important for blood and skin. Okay. So you have to remember some of any two or three examples. That's all. Then we are moving to vitamin C. Vitamin C is important for tissue, bones, teeth, and also it protects us from diseases. In the period of corona, you may hear about that you have to include more vitamin C containing foods in your body because it protects us from diseases. Okay, it is important for tissue, bones, teeth, and also protect from diseases. And vitamin C containing foods are lemon, orange, pineapple, papaya, cherry, strawberry, banana, tomato, etc., etc. This colorful fruits. Okay, lemon, orange, pineapple, papaya, tomato, banana, etc., etc. containing vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C is important for tissue, bones, teeth, and also it protects us from diseases. Okay, hope you got the idea about vitamin C. Okay. Then vitamin D. Vitamin D is important for bones and teeth. Vitamin D. And vitamin D rich foods are fish, mushrooms, sour cream, butter, egg yolk, milk, yogurt or curd, etc. etc. Okay. So vitamin D is important for bones and teeth and containing food. Any three examples you have to remember. That is mushroom, milk, butter, egg yolk or fish, etc. etc. This food contains vitamin D and it is important for bones and teeth. Okay. So here we are seeing the vitamins. Vitamins are protecting from diseases, and vitamin A is important for healthy eye, and vitamin C important for protect from diseases, and vitamin D produced with the help of sunlight. Okay, so when we discussed about vitamin D, one important source is sunlight. So we will get a vitamin D from sunlight, and to help us to obtain calcium and similar minerals from the food. That's why it is important for bones and teeth. It is essential for growth or maintenance of teeth and bone. Different vitamins perform different functions, and sources of vitamins are milk, egg, fish, sunlight, green leafy vegetables, fruits, etc. Okay. Hope you can remember about vitamins. Vitamins are one of the micronutrients. It is essential for growth and development. There are many 13 different kinds of vitamins are needed for our body, and they are vitamin A, vitamin B complex, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. And each B complex includes B1, B2, B5, B6, etc., etc. And it is different vitamins have different functions. Then some of the food items which contain this vitamin. That much you have to remember. Okay. So can have a look at this chart. This vitamin A is important for eyes. No need to by heart this chart. In order to getting more information, I included this chart also. Vitamin B1 is converts glucose into energy by B1. Vitamin B2, it is important for red blood cells or hemoglobin. Okay. Vitamin B3 is important for skin. Vitamin B5 also important for skin. So in order to have a healthy beauty skin, you should have vitamin B3 and vitamin B5. Okay. Then vitamin B6 is antidepressant. That is, it is a medicine for depression, and it is important for nervous system also. Vitamin B6. And vitamin B9 is important for red blood cells or hemoglobin. The vitamin B12 is important for nervous system and red blood cells. Vitamin C, tissue healing, bones, teeth, etc. Then vitamin C is protecting from us diseases. That also remember. Then vitamin D3 important for bones and teeth. Vitamin E is important for liver. Vitamin K is important for blood clotting. Okay. What the idea? A for eyes, B1 for converts glucose into energy, B2 for blood, and B3 and B for skin, B6 nervous system, or also B12, then B9 blood cells, D3 bones and teeth, E liver, okay, blood clotting. Okay. Now we are moving to minerals. So two micronutrients are there. One is vitamins, another is minerals. Like vitamins, minerals also a group of minerals are there and have its own different functions. Okay. So, minerals are required in small quantity but very important for our growth and maintenance of our body. Okay. So minerals are one of the micronutrients. It is needed in small amount, but it is very, very important for our health. Okay. There are 16 essential minerals needed by the body. How many are there? 16. 16 essential minerals are needed. What about vitamins? There are 13 vitamins. Minerals, there are 16 minerals. And some of the minerals are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, sodium, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, manganese, iodine, etc., etc. So together we need 16 minerals. Good. So there are, we want 16 minerals for a healthy body, and some of the examples are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, etc., etc. Got the idea? Then we are trying to identify some of the minerals. That is one for iodine. Iodine-rich food are potatoes, seafoods, beans, and strawberries, cranberries, etc., etc. Iodine, it is important mineral, and iodine-rich foods are seafoods, potato, strawberries, beans, etc. Okay. Then phosphorus. Phosphorus is important for our bones and teeth. And phosphorus-rich foods are seafoods. Most of the seafoods, mushrooms, pumpkin seeds, beef, green peas, yogurt or curd, chicken, etc. Phosphorus. Phosphorus minerals are contains mushrooms, seafoods, pumpkin seeds, yogurt, green peas, chicken, etc. Okay? Phosphorus. It is about phosphorus. Then iron. Iron is important for production of blood, and it is the iron contained food are cooked spinach, tomato, green peas, broccoli, asparagus, etc., etc. Okay, got the idea? Iron. Iron is important for making blood. Okay. Then now we move into calcium. Calcium, you know, calcium important for bones and teeth. And calcium contained food are almond, soybean, other beans, fish, peas, meat, orange, dairy products, broccoli, etc., etc. Calcium containing foods. Calcium is important for bones and teeth. And contained foods are almonds, soybeans, or other beans, peas, fish, meat, orange, etc. Okay. So here we see what minerals required in small quantity but are important for proper growth and maintenance of the body. Some of the examples are iodine, calcium, and iron. And these are required for making body structure. It's important for teeth, bones, hair, skin, blood, muscles, etc. And some of the food items to contain minerals are green vegetables, lentils, beans, fruits like apple, watermelon, etc., etc. Okay, this is about minerals. So now we discussed about micronutrients, that is vitamins and minerals. Vitamins, there are 30 vitamins are needed for our body, and it have various functions in our body. And other is minerals. There are 16 various minerals are there which is needed for our body, and it also it have its own different functions, and different food items contains different vitamins and minerals. Each food item contains different vitamins and minerals. Okay, this much is okay for you? Then we discussed about the essential components are dietary fibers and water. It is not included under nutrients, but it is an essential component for our health. And dietary fiber, what you mean by dietary fibers or roughage? That is fiber containing food. Dietary fiber contains food. Dietary fiber is important type of carbohydrate that cannot be digested by our bodies. That you have to notice. It is a type of carbohydrate. It is called cellulose. But it can be digested by our bodies. We can't digest the cellulose. That is the fiber content of carbohydrate, but we can't digest. That's why it is not giving any nutrient for our body. But it is needed. Why it is needed? It is needed for the proper digestion process. Also, it helps to remove the waste materials from our body. So, it is very much important, but it is not giving any nutrient for our body. So, that is dietary fibers or roughage. And different food items contains this dietary fibers are food grains, vegetables, pulses and fruits. Different kinds of vegetables, fruits, grains, pulses contains dietary fibers or roughage. And what is the function of this? It is important for the digestion process as well as removal of waste material from our body. Okay, the roughage or dietary fibers help in digestion process as well as removal of waste material from our body. Okay, so you should include too much dietary fibers in your food, then only you will get a healthy food, or you will have a proper digestion. Okay, got the idea? Then we are moving to discuss about water. Water also important for our body. We should drink about 3 or 4 liters water per day. Why it is important for our body? What is the function of this water? First function is it remove unwanted or harmful substances through sweat and urine. It remove unwanted or harmful substances or waste materials from our body through our urine or sweat. And also it maintains the body temperature. Water maintains our body temperature. Also excess temperature is released through sweat. These are the functions of water in our diet. Okay, it removes unwanted or waste materials from our body. It maintains the temperature of the body. Also excess temperature is released through sweat. Okay, these are the functions of water. So these are the essential materials for our food. What are they? Nutrients and dietary fibers and water. What are the nutrients? That is carbohydrates, vitamins, fats, minerals and proteins. And we discussed about various functions of these nutrients and various sources of these nutrients. Then we discussed about roughage and water. That is dietary fiber and water. Okay. So then what are the sources of water? The water, tea, coffee, soft drinks, cooked food. Cooked food means that we are adding water to the food, so it also contains food. Also some vegetables also contain food. For example, tomato. Take one tomato and cut it into pieces, then you can see too much water is in there. So these are the sources of food, and it helps to convert the food into energy. Okay, this is about food. Okay.